Just waiting for everyone to sit. Welcome. Friends and family and supporters, good morning and welcome. I'm Michael Gonzalez, the University Librarian. Graduations are one of the university's most important events, and we are delighted to have resumed ceremonies in 2022. I would like now to introduce the people who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Emeritus Professor Louise McQueenie, who will preside over the ceremony. The Emeritus Professor is joined by Mr. David Langford, Managing Director at Long Lake Research Group and Adjunct Professor in UTS Business School, our occasional speaker. Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of UTS Business School, who will be presenting the graduates. The other people seated on stage are professors, academic and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Emeritus Professor Louise McQueenie to formally open the proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of all of those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I would also like to pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the UTS Business School and the Faculty of Law. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support which they have received from family and friends, many of whom are here today. And we warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Completing a degree is a significant achievement in anyone's life, and we should never underestimate the sacrifices made and the hard work undertaken that has led you here today. We will celebrate with each graduate as they cross the stage, but perhaps we could commence our celebration by congratulating our graduates. Congratulations. On behalf of the university, I would particularly like to express our appreciation for the patience of all of today's graduates, families and friends in waiting out the pandemic to attend this special milestone event. It's been a difficult 2 years for people in all corners of the globe, and today we acknowledge the impact on our UTS community and we celebrate our resilience. We are delighted that you are here today, and we hope it will be a memorable occasion for you all. Graduation is as important to family and friends as it is to graduates, and indeed the university. So, on behalf of all of us at UTS, and in concert with our graduates, I would like to say thank you to the family members and friends joining us today for all of your support during the learning journeys of these graduates. Graduates, please can you let them know how much we appreciate their support. I would like to say a couple of things to our graduates. Graduation is a turning point in your life, and today you have graduated from a world-leading University of Technology and Australia's #1 young university. At UTS, you've gained much knowledge, learnt many new skills, realised how to communicate your ideas, and discovered how to work effectively with others. For some of you, that has occurred in an international context. But for all of you here today, graduating from UTS marks your emergence as a global citizen. You will be held in high esteem thanks to the high-quality education you have received with us here at UTS. Please remember that with pride. Life beyond UTS will bring you both opportunities and challenges. You will encounter many such opportunities as you start or continue in your careers, and you may well enjoy exciting prospects across the world as borders open again. More importantly, you will have opportunities to influence lives and the quality of those lives across the globe. Equally, the challenges that you face after graduation have never been greater. Scrutiny and expectation from society is high and will only increase over time. So I would like to leave you with two guiding principles. The first of these is to use your knowledge and skills for the very best interests of humanity, including for future generations, because the future depends on all of us using our talents for the benefit of the world and its communities in which we live. Your contribution will ensure a more prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable society for people everywhere. I ask you as a UTS graduate to ensure that you leave the world in a better state through your efforts and your contributions. And the second thing that I would ask is that you always remember throughout your career to maintain the highest professional and personal integrity. I have no doubt you will face, as all of us do, many ethical dilemmas and challenges personally and professionally. I ask you all as UTS graduates to remember to maintain your professional pride, because this is essential if your integrity and the worth of your UTS education is to be maintained. In large part, you have the efforts and ethics of the many UTS graduates who came before you to thank for the university's reputation. Likewise, you share that obligation to maintain that reputation for the UTS students of today and the graduates of tomorrow. Please keep in mind these guiding principles at all times and make yourselves, your families, and your university proud of you. Finally, I also want you to continue to enjoy the benefits of an ongoing relationship with UTS as your university. Stay connected with this world-class institution and stay curious. This will not be the end of your learning journey, and we look forward to your continuing your journey with us in the years ahead. In the meantime, please know that today you join a group of over 245,000 UTS alumni around the world in various professions. Your alumni office will be your lifelong connection to UTS, no matter where your careers and your lives take you. On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology of Sydney, I congratulate all of our UTS graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified. Congratulations, UTS graduates. I now invite Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of the UTS Business School, to present graduates.
Emeritus Professor McWhinney. I invite graduates to stand. Emeritus Professor McWhinney. The UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the faculty boards in business and law as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the boards and has conferred these awards upon them. Emeritus Professor McWhinney. I now present those graduates from the UTS Business School and the Faculty of Law who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Graduates, please be seated. Each year, UTS recognizes a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honored by the award of the University Medal. Emeritus Professor McWhinney. I now present to you graduates receiving the University Medal in the UTS Business School. The following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Business Honours with First Class Honours and University Medal, Bridget Timer. The following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Business Honours with First Class Honours and University Medal and Bachelor of Economics with Distinction, Thomas John Kennedy. Emeritus Professor McWhinney. We will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Master of Business Administration, Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Distinction, Hao Ming Zhou. Master of Business Administration, Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Credit, Surinut Henkiat Kasem. Master of Business Administration, Maria Shabir Amrava Tivala. Lily B. Peter Boberg. Kerry Michelle Brophy. Antinagoras Antonio Casiotis. Alyssa Nicole Castaneda. Xiao Xiao Chen. Atit Dubi. Matthew Willem Koopman. Shiyin Catherine Kwong. Chin Yu Lin. Dean Lloyd. Lauren Teresa Logue. Blake James Middleton. Manasi Neve. Quinn An Nguyen. Heather Catherine Prenter. Shiva Shrestha. Chek Lin Tan. Paige Natalie Thompson. Bernard Paul Tanuji. Zain Irfan Varsi. Dan Shuen. Master of Human Resource Management, Manzi Rajeshbai Shah. Master of Professional Accounting, Dil Afrose. Asif Udin Jami. Big Chow Le. Pakanon Lim Swadisub. Si Yao Lin. Andelka Lubash. Rosani Hijri Midin. Titu Ha Nguyen. Reiko Takahashi. Rahat Amin Tanvir. Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation, Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Distinction, Joshua Clarkson. Graduate Diploma in Business Administration, Nima Joshi Jonche. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Jiaqi Wang. Bachelor of Business Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Bachelor of Economics with Distinction, Michael Dyer. Bachelor of Business Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Sebastian O'Neill. Bachelor of Entrepreneurship Honours, Jerwen Parker Roberto. Bachelor of Accounting with Distinction, Emma Bell. Adam Stylianos Hristodoulou. Kate Elizabeth Mahar. Katerina Mellis. Sarah Nguyen. Larissa Fung. Bachelor of Accounting with Credit, Ali Shebani. Bachelor of Management with Distinction, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Nicola Claire Newsom. Bachelor of Management with Distinction, Alexandra Kate Lankow. Bachelor of Management with Credit, Erica Fisher. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Hadi Ailabuni. Courtney Anderson. Anika Diane Barana. Mairead Kathleen Cargill. Samantha Eady. Nicole Hanna. Christiana He. Catherine Sokim Kov. Camille Quinn Quo Man. Sarah Camilla Lagana. Thomas Angelo Lambropoulos. Chu Win Lee. Christina W.S. Liu. Francesca Xavier Marun. Michael Mellis. Isabella Modellino. Nicholas Robert Onslow. Sabrina Grace Palamara. Alina Tar. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Noor Ahmad. Samreen Ahmed. Nicola Botel. Madeline Louise Boydell. Avishna Avnita Chandra. Andy Chow. Astrid Eugenio. Nicole Annalie Fuente. Olivia Hagland. Nicholas Christodoulos Kaitos. Marco Kwong. Eric Hon Yuan Lee. Ian John Marchant. Wendy Nguyen. Christina Catherine North. Alexandra Panayotopoulos. Nicholas Papazoglu. Eric Perdana. Zane Pratt. Tung Kamol Prichapan. Rachel Marie Ribeiro. Imogen Stacy. Corey Nguyen Chan. Jessica Chan. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Diploma in Languages, Vanessa Frances Hui Hayes. Bachelor of Business, Vincent Adiwongzo. Leila Alamedine. Emily Anderson. Prekcha Arial. Jaldi Bacht. Ronaldo Branyaga Budiman. Nancy Ni Chen. Chelsea Duni McGlosky. Yizhe Fang. Luke Hannaford. Shiya Huang. Mohammed Ibrahim. Gayatri Sai Krishantan. Wesley Anthony Langi. Dilsha Singh Malhi. Danielle Caroline Nguyen. Rachel O'Sullivan. Reisha Pala. Isabella Catherine Panojo. Aaron Nathaniel Sadikin. Timothy Santoso. Christine Faith Valenzona Centina. Eileen Teng. Brian Chan. Jessica Ann van Dyke. T. Tui Zong Vo. Priscilla Wijaya. Kevin William. Tru Wei Zhang. From the Faculty of Law, the following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences, Bachelor of Laws. Hannah Moon. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Mary Nguyen. Master of Business Administration, Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Credit, Surinut Henkiat Kaser.
Emeritus Professor McWhinney. This concludes the presentations of graduates from the UTS Business School. Emeritus Professor McWhinney. Before I introduce the occasional speaker, I wish to add my congratulations to our new graduates. Our occasional speaker today is David Langford. David is Managing Director at Long Lake Research Group, an independent investment research and advisory firm focused on innovation, agility, and capital management. He is adjunct professor at UTS Business School, where he coaches MBA student teams undertaking strategic consulting projects for corporate clients. He mentors honors students and delivers masterclasses within the finance discipline. David has also convened the UTS Venture Day pitching competition judging panel since the competition's inception in 2017, and is a member of the UTS Faculty of Science Dean's Advisory Board. David has spent around 25 years advising Australian and global institutional investors and corporations. He is a long-standing researcher, advisor, and independent thinker in the telecommunications, media, and technology industries, where innovation and global change dominate value creation. He has held analytical and strategic leadership roles in some of Australia's largest corporations and Wall Street investment banks over the past 30 years. David's background includes roles as General Manager, Corporate Analysis at Telstra, Senior Communications Analyst at Morgan Stanley, and Head of Equity Research at both Lehman Brothers and ING Investment Management. David holds a Bachelor of Business in Accounting and a Master of Business in Accounting and Finance from the University of Technology, Sydney, and is Fellow of CPA Australia. He is also one of the most active contributors as an alumni to UTS Business School. It gives me great pleasure to invite David Langford to deliver the occasional address. David.
Welcome everyone, and thanks for giving me a little bit of time to share what's an extremely important day in your lives, and giving me the opportunity to say that I'm very proud to be a part of this group of people here who are graduates, and I'd like to welcome you to your future lives, whether or not that be given that you've finished an undergraduate degree or a postgraduate degree. But looking out over the group of people who are here and seeing the happy faces of the graduates and I suppose that look of relief is an enormously rewarding feeling for me in terms of my relationship with the organisation. And also seeing the pride in parents and loved ones' faces and colleagues' faces prior to coming into the room is something which is wonderful as well. I want to recognise the amount of work that's been put in by each of the graduates with their respective coursework and research work that they've done. But I think it's also very important to recognise the investment which has been made in each of you by our society. And Emeritus Professor McWhinney made a point earlier on about ethics. You are now in a group of people who are empowered with knowledge which in many senses will be greater than those of which that you serve. So I would very humbly suggest that when you're in that position of power, pay great respect to those who you are serving, and know that both do credit to yourself, do credit to UTS as an institution, but do credit to your society, because there are those costs and benefits. And the one thing I would say in life, and it's something that you'll find as your career progresses, integrity isn't free. It will sometimes come at cost, and it might just be an opportunity cost. But over the long run, you'll be better off as a person, as a human being, and our society will be better off. Now, when I was thinking about some of the things that I was going to say today, I thought about focusing on one point or a number of different points. And when I reflect back on both my undergraduate graduation and my postgraduate graduation, I can't remember what the occasional speaker said. So hopefully I'll manage to dot a couple of points in here that might resonate with you and might get you thinking as you go forward on your journey, which will be a lifelong journey and a lifelong journey of learning. The first thing that I'd like to leave you with is UTS is your academic home. I have to say, as a graduate, it's a place that I love, and it's a place where many of my colleagues from both undergraduate and postgraduate studies have become involved over time. And it's enormously rewarding when you get the opportunity to share some of your experiences and some of the learnings that you've taken out with others who are going through that process. But I would also say that when you have a professional challenge, come back and speak to some of your old lecturers and academics or professors. They will give you incredible insight that you may not have thought of. And I have to say that even in the period where I wasn't so engaged with the university, There were times that I had difficult situations to deal with, and I came back and spoke to some of my old professors to just get an idea of how I should deal with a situation. And some of those situations were technical, and some of those situations were ethical. And I have to say the ethical feedback that I had from the academics that I dealt with was most valuable. My second point is something which Emeritus Professor McWhinney also reflected upon, and it's that UTS prepares its graduates extremely well for success. Now, I was initially a student here when it was the New South Wales Institute of Technology, and in my second year it became a university. So I remember it becoming a university very well, and it's still considered to be a young university. But Professor or Dean Rhodes was mentioning some of the organisations that I've worked for in the past, and I'd like to particularly reflect on some of the what I call blue blood investment banks, particularly ones where I had senior executive roles and global roles. And my colleagues in those environments were generally Ivy Leaguers and generally people who were close to or at the top of their year at Ivy League universities. And what I'd say is that I was very comfortable intellectually and technically matching it with those people with the excellent education that I was given here at UTS. So never feel that whilst UTS is a young university, it's a university which is second to any. It's first class in terms of its education, and it's first class in terms of what it provides to its students in terms of their ability to think deeply, and compete. A third point, and this goes to curiosity, but it also goes to diligence and hard work. The devil and the upside is in the detail. And it means you have to think hard, you have to think differently, and you have to dig deeply into a question or a problem. Consensus thinking is not the route to success in life. Questioning the consensus is the route to unlocking value and also setting yourself apart from your competitors. So do the work, get detailed, don't just read the executive summary, question the data, think hard and look to be different. And I have to say that it's something that when I've seen people do it, it makes an enormous difference in their careers and their lives. A fourth point, and this kind of goes a little bit back to my second point about UTS, but it's a personal point about you as an individual. And I would say that each of you should know you belong. Not only do you belong to a group of alumni of a wonderful institution, but you belong in society. You belong anywhere that you decide to be. You belong in any organisation that you decide you want to be in, if you feel that that's what you want. You belong in any boardroom. You belong in any environment that you want. And do not ever accept anybody saying that you don't belong, whether it relates to what school you went to, what your cultural background is, whether or not you have an enormous amount of background in a particular area of expertise. You belong there because you want to be there, and as long as you're maintaining your obligation to society in terms of creating value, you will be able to be there. And I say that from the perspective of someone who I had my first sort of executive management role at 24, and I was advising the CFO of Telstra on issues of strategy and corporate market and financial markets at the age of 28. So it's not a case of always just being there because you've done the time, you've watched the clock. It's about you've got to have the passion and you've got to have the drive and you've got to have that grit that will mean that people will take you seriously. Another point that's important in that regard is the status quo is your enemy. Things not changing is your enemy. You really want change to happen. And obviously that's change for the better. But one of the things that you will find in life, and particularly in corporate life, is it's easy to get comfortable. And there are lots of people who you'll be surrounded by who will want to be comforted or want to be in a comfortable situation. Do not accept it. Near enough's not good enough. An okay outcome is not okay. You want to be involved in creating value through change, but also sharing in that value. So it's not a zero-sum game. It's a game of building and sharing in what's created. Purpose. Purpose is something that only an individual can find. And I have to say that in terms of my experiences, particularly starting off as an accountant, I found that I was working in some areas where I was qualified to work in them and was particularly insolvency practice. And I found them not to be what I wanted to do with my life and made the change. And I found an industry that was in the early 90s at the cutting edge, which was telecommunications, and I became involved in Optus when it was a startup. And finding a passion and finding a purpose and finding something where I had the ability to make change gave me a great feeling of accomplishment. And I'd say to each of you, work hard to find your purpose. And your purpose will change over time. This one's a bit of a negative point, but it's an important one. And it's watch out for red flags. Watch out for those people around you who may not be operating within the same professional and ethical constraints that you operate within. And it can be little things. The one that came to mind for me was playing social golf with a colleague who was more senior than me, who, when it came down to playing for money, cheated. And it permeated through everything that person did. So watch out for red flags. And then finally, never lose the love for what you do. You'll hear it far and wide that if you love what you do for your work, you'll never work in a day, or you'll never work a day in your life. And that's true. So find your passion, find your love, find how you create value for yourself and society and share in it, and you'll have a wonderful career. But finally, I'd just like to say congratulations for completing this incredibly important part of your life. And remember again, UTS is your academic home. Learning is lifelong, and try, and it doesn't matter if it's tomorrow, next week, next year, or in 10 years' time, come back, be involved, and be a part of this great institution. Thanks very much for listening.
I would like to thank our occasional speaker, David Langford, for the occasional address on this important day for all of you as graduates. Thank you, David, for the praise of UTS, for which I'm very grateful. This was a thoughtful and thought-provoking address that I know we will all reflect upon for much time to come. So thank you, David. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the family and guests who are here with us today and those who are at home watching. On behalf of the graduates, we thank you for your support that you have shown the graduates throughout their studies. So let me just say, best wishes, and the pride of the university goes with each and every one of you as a UTS graduate. Congratulations again.
Friends, family and supporters, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of the ceremony. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?